Hey guys, welcome to my channel Elite Wrestling World. My name is GhostSaad. Thank you guys for joining me right here on AEW Dynamite post-show review. Dynamite was a very good show tonight. We are just 1 week away from Grand Slam Australia, which is going to be a fantastic event. The show opens with Renee interviews Jay White backstage. He says his relationship with Copeland is being built in real time. He does have history with FTR. Death Riders roll up, but they don't realize that Copeland and FTR are right behind them, and we get a brawl. Moxley taking White along, Copeland punching Claudio. Jay gets John set up, but Pac makes the save. Adam gets on the microphone and asks John for his answer. John says the answer is no. White calls him out with another offer. He wants to make Moxley breathe with the switchblade. Moxley and Claudio versus White and Copeland. No rules, anything goes. Brisbane Brawl at Grand Slam. Next is Will Ospreay versus Mystery Opponent. Don Callis comes out to introduce Mystery Opponent as a man who he's called Brother Mark Davis. Davis swatting Ospreay down with heavy chops, sent but nobody's home. Will lands a dropkick. Big back body drop sends Will flying, scoop and a slam. Elbows set up a senton that gets a near fall. Oscutter, so close. Taking the elbow pad off, charging him, Mark cuts him down with a lariat. Will Ospreay wins by pinfall with hidden blade. Post-match, Will gets on the microphone. He says it's like a party in here, but Don is a bit of a party pooper. Enter Kenny Omega, sending Callis scurrying away. He gets on the microphone and says he has no clue what Don has on Davis, but there are people you can trust. 1 week from now he makes his in-ring return for AEW in Brisbane, Australia. Takeshita and Fletcher come out. Omega tells them they can do this here. If not, he suggests they pack a bag and get ready for next week. Hurt Syndicate make their entrance. MVP says this is an official announcement and demands everyone get on their feet in respect for Shelton and Bobby, your new AEW World Tag Team Champions. He puts everyone else on notice, because eventually they will see you, hurt you, and take your title. But until that time, they're open for business, and if you'd like an opportunity to challenge for the tag team titles, Guns music hits. MVP says they don't look like businessmen, but they're standing like businessmen. The Guns make the case for taking their titles back, and Porter says he respects their dad. MVP makes the match official for next week, the Hurt Syndicate against a couple of boys. Renee interviews Hangman Page. He says Christopher Daniels overstepped when he accepted the Texas Death Match, and he does not regret what he did to Daniels. Max Caster pipes up and says he's been waiting his turn for a while now, and tells Page what he did to Daniels was great. Hangman says that he'd love that, but Bowens and Gunn aren't here, so why doesn't he just do it to Caster? Caster begs off and leaves for his car. Next is Hounds of Hell versus Takeshita and Fletcher. Fletcher and Matthews to start. Shoulder arm breaker from Fletcher. Takeshita cuts King off with an elbow, gets under him, Blue Thunder driver block, but he gets a German suplex. Matthews with a heel kick, strike rush, rising knee, Fletcher rolls to the apron. Buddy with a boot to the face, Matthews distracted by Okada's music. Buddy slips out, cheeky Nando's connects, Kyle gets Brody down with a hanging DDT. Takeshita and Fletcher win by pinfall with an assisted brainbuster on Brody King. Joe and Hook are walking backstage. Hook wants to know what his deal is. They bust into a locker room and discover Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian. They beat Sabian and Wayne down. They leave and Cage with Mother Wayne go and check on Nick and Kip. MJF makes his entrance. He calls Jeff Jarrett geriatric. V in AEW stands for elite, not elderly, and says nobody's on the level of the Devil when. Max Caster runs into the ring. Hanger makes his entrance and gets in Friedman's face. MJF is baffled. This was his time. Enter Dustin Rhodes. He gets in Max's face and tells him to keep Owen Hart's name out of his mouth or he'll kick his teeth in. Max says Dustin took 37 years to get out of his daddy's shadow. Max says now he lives in the shadow of his baby brother. Rhodes decks him to your right hand as security break it up. Next is Toni Storm versus Aminata. Toni is wrestling as Mariah. Storm with a side headlock, takeover, a little back and forth, Aminata with a drop toe hold. Storm counters a Lotus Lock, Aminata snaps off German suplex, Storm wins by pinfall with Mayday. Post-match, Toni is interviewed and she stays in character. The real glamour storm off with her title. Chris Jericho says nobody wants Bandito in AEW and offers Bryan money if he can do to Bandito what Big Bill did to Hobbs. Hobbs is here. They brawl and the Outrunners arrive to even the odds. It's main event time on Dynamite. Ricochet versus Swerve. Ricochet lays Swerve out with a steel chair in the middle of his entrance. In the ring, we finally get a bell. Off the ropes, Ricochet draws first on stereo dropkicks. Strickland powerbombs Ricochet right into the top of the barricade. Back inside, strongest slam from Swerve. He puts a combo together and a house call. Headed up top, Swerve stomp. Not enough. Up top, Ricochet counters the Swerve stomp with a high strike to the inner thigh. Ricochet wins by pinfall with Spirit Gun. Post-match, Ricochet steals Embassy robe and walks out with it. That's the show, folks. Please guys like and share this video, subscribe to my channel and keep watching Elite Wrestling World.